who has studied these names over and over and over again. And you know what, Jason Light, are you busy this week?
Well, I mean, really, the hay's in the barn right now. It's just you're just trying to avoid paralysis by analysis. So, perfect timing,
Well,
perfect timing.
oh, good. I'm glad we get to be a distraction. So when you mess up these draft picks, you're like, you can blame me. I get that. Is that what you? I think that's what you're saying,
Yeah,
Jason.
that's what I'm saying.
That's
That's what I'm
exactly what
saying.
you're saying. All right, thank you for joining us, Jason. I know you got a busy week. It was funny when I asked Jason JB if he could come on the show this week. He goes, "Do you realize it's draft week, right?"
Right. Never in a million years I think we were getting Jason Light on draft week.
And I said, you know what? That's why I want you on, Jason. So thank you again for joining us, man.
Hey, are we done? Are we done celebrating your birthday yet? It's been kind of it's been kind of the spring of Rondé, multi-continent like birthday celebrations. Or happy birthday again.
Thank you. It's you only turned 50 once. I think I went to your 50th birthday gathering or whatever. I think yours
Oh, you
was
did. We had
yours,
some kind of a bus tour, a bar tour.
yes,
Yeah.
yours was a little more simple. Mine was drawn out because my wife is very complicated, and it was party after party, golf, and then another party, and then we went to Ireland. So, in case anybody
More
wants to
golf.
know what my itinerary was like for 50, that was it. Uh,
Amazing.
But you know what I didn't get to do on vacation is really study the draft. So I was like, when I have my inaugural show and we're talking about the draft, I need an expert. So, Jason, tell me what your week this week is like. You already said the hay's in the in the barn, so to speak. You've done all your prep. You got great staff. I know that. We'll throw some platitudes out to them a little bit later. But you're right up against it. You're 2 days away. Tell me what this is like for you every single year.
So it's just the fine tuning this week. People think that phones ringing off the hook and teams are wanting to trade up, trade back. I read a report that we're trying to trade back. I haven't made a single call yet, so I don't know where those reports come from. So that usually it's pretty quiet up until I'd say starting tomorrow, Wednesday afternoon, start getting some phone calls. People start getting a little antsy, and then Thursday afternoon it picks up a little bit, but I don't want to say it's a slow week, but you're just kind of going over all of the things that you and your staff have done, just making sure you've got everything in place, all the scenarios, that can come about on draft day. You want to kind of work through them all so nothing surprises you.
You know what? You mentioned that draft day trade. It's funny because I read something maybe yesterday or the day before that this is the first time since 1967 that there hasn't been a trade yet. Because usually some of those trades start materializing early, in the process before the draft. And this is forwarding a question I was going to ask you towards the end because that report did come out that y'all were thinking about trading, but I hadn't heard that from y'all's side, so I didn't think it was true. When trades happen, what's the one thing that you're looking for? Is it value? Is it urgency to get up ahead of another team? What's the what necessitates you deciding that yes, I'm going to go ahead and make a trade?
In our case, anytime I've traded up, whether it was for Tristan, I can go back, Quan Alexander, Ali Marpet, some of the notable ones. It's been to get in front of somebody that I had heard or we had heard was targeting our player. And in the case of Tristan, it turned out to be true, that the Niners were weighing our offer to move back one for our four versus another team to fall back a little bit further to get more draft compensation. But they didn't want to lose out on their guy. So they fell back one. Thank God that they took ours because if they wouldn't have, then we wouldn't have Tristan. So that's the case of moving up. Now, moving back, we want to make sure that we have, it's not just about acquiring picks. It's about you want to make sure that you have enough players left on your board that you really like, that you're worth losing. You take the risk of losing some of them, but you're still going to get one of them. So I wouldn't, if I had two players left that I think are worthy of, let's say, a first round pick, I wouldn't move back, 10 spots just to pick up the whatever it is that I'm getting. Because if I still like those, really, really like those two players, and then you run the risk of losing those two players. So
Right.
never want to do that. I think if you like a player, you might as well just take them. It's worth it in the end.
Right. That's great insight, actually, because you never really know. Sometimes it feels arbitrary, and it just feels like it's need based. It's that player's right there. They want that player. That's the only reason they're making that decision. So you guys we have the Tampa Bay Bucs have 6 selections this year, right? One at 19, 53, 84, 20, 121, 157, 235. Is there enough draft capital there for you right now, or do you feel like you need some more picks? I mean, I think the fewest number this year is 4, and we're only 2 from that. The highest, I think, y'all out there that are paying attention, is 11. So is that enough capital for y'all?
I mean, ideally, I'd like to have more. It's really the quality of the player, though, that matters. If we just stay put on all 6 of those picks and they're all good players and help us out, or even 5 out of the 6 or 4 out of the 6 are really good players, then you made the right decision. If you accumulate a bunch of picks in 6th and 7th round, 5th round, and you really, I mean, if you play the odds, you're not really expecting those players to have any impact, at least not in their first year. So maybe in their second year, but maybe not. The odds are really against them. So it's really about the quality of the picks that you have.
You guys have been really good. And I talked to a lot of people about how you guys select. It's not necessarily based on need. It's sometimes based on best available. But more often than not, it seems like it's best fit, right? I think if I could describe y'all in one sentence, it was the Bucs draft the best fit for their team, not only player-wise, but person-wise. And you've hit home runs, man, over the past couple of years. You don't get enough credit for it. Obviously, I give you credit all the time because, you come and do my first show, so I have to give you credit for that. I asked this only because I want to know who your favorite draft pick is that you've made.
I mean, they're like it's like picking your favorite kid,
You have 3 of those. You have 3 of those.
I have 3 of those. I don't know, not to sound like an old man calling them my children. That's not what I meant, but the analogy is appropriate. It's got to be Mike Evans. I mean, that was my first draft pick ever. I didn't really know my staff. I hadn't had a chance to hire anybody yet, so I was the only person I had gotten close to in that period between January 25th or 4th when I was hired, and the draft was Mike Greenberg. So he was the only one that knew. I took him. I think I took him to 717 or to Ava one night for dinner, and I told him, I said, I'm picking Mike Evans. That's who it's going to be. He's the only one that knew at the time. But anyway, being the first pick ever, and then just turning out the way he turned out, and the person that he is, and the player that he is, it was an amazing first pick, and it set the tone for my career here, at least.
Well, your first one's probably going to be a Hall of Famer, so that's pretty good success rate for you.
I like how Rondé's putting you on the spot here with the hard-hitting questions, Jason. My God, I mean there's a lot of draft picks over the years. So look, our production team put together these pictures that you see here rotating on your screen of some top 20 prospects. So I want you to do me a favor, Jason. I need you to blink twice when you see a player that the Bucs are going to be picking. All right? We need to read the tea leaves here a little bit. So if you want to twitch a little bit when there's a player that you like.
You need to rewind and see, because I was going to say one of those players is the player we're targeting, but I haven't seen it? No, I don't know. I didn't see who you started. I said I would have said if I would have watched from the beginning. So
right. Here's a question for you, Jay, because it's been a lot of conjecture, I guess, about the quality of this draft. What do you think about the quality of this draft? It's pretty much saying this is a weak quarterback draft, whatever. But there's a ton of great defensive players. We're a team that seems to be needing defensive players. What do you think about the overall quality of this year's draft?
My staff and I, all of us, we are very excited. It's kind of a interesting question. There isn't maybe the high end talent like there was in my first draft with Mike Evans, Aaron Donald. There were Zach Martin. I mean, there was a OBJ. There was a lot of really, really good players that are going to go on to be Hall of Famers in that draft. I don't necessarily see that in this year's draft, but however, I think that we're really, really excited, obviously about a first round pick, but really, really excited about that a pod of players that we think could be there in the second, third, and fourth round. And I think they're going to be very similar in the level of talent in all three of those rounds.
Right.
So I think it kind of levels off a little bit, but that's not saying it's a bad draft. I just think there's a lot of, maybe not the high end, but a lot of very good players that are going to be throughout at least the first 4 rounds.
Right. I got one more question. We're going to let you go. I know we've monopolizing your time here. Not as
you got me excited.
Got you excited now? Oh, good. Yeah. All right. So
I don't want to go into another meeting.
I think I can be your excuse not to go into another meeting. I think I've been your excuse a couple of times not to go into meetings. But before, I think JB wants to ask you another question, but I got to ask you something because we launched this show, the Rondé Barber Show, because we are in our 50th year of the Bucs organization. And so, ironically, I'm 50, so it's probably perfect timing to launch this show. I'm narcissistic. I know, Jason. I know. You don't have to tell me. Tell me what it's like.
Yeah, but a narcissist that we all love.
Tell me what it's like to be the general manager of this team in its 50th year. I know there's a lot planned, for the 50th season for this organization, but you've been at the helm now for 12 years, and that's an awesome run. And again, I say you don't get enough credit for what you've accomplished, but I think it's pretty special that you get to be the general manager in this 50th season. What are your thoughts on it?
It's really cool. It's an honor. I mean, it really hasn't sunk in yet. I mean, I know that they're doing a lot of special things for the 50th, and just to be able to be just a part of it is really cool. And just to see the history of the franchise and be here and witness, the things that they're doing to celebrate that. I mean, I'm fortunate to be here. I probably should have really realistically, I'm lucky to be here at the 50th year. I probably should have been out of here after the 45th year. So the Glazers were very patient with me, and I'm fortunate that I'm here for the 50th.
I think 46th year. Didn't we win a Super Bowl? So I think you did all right.
Well, first 5 years were a little rocky. But it was knocking up to lessons learned,
right.
Jason, before we let you go, I got to ask you this question. Rondé, of course, going in the 1997 draft, 3rd round, 66th overall, going on to a Hall of Fame career. I want to know, Jason Licht's in charge of that organization at the time, and Rondé is a prospect. Where's Jason Licht selecting Rondé Barber? Is he a 3rd round pick if you're at the helm?
JB, you should see the grade they had on me.
No, I mean, I was the only one that saw it, so I would have taken him in the first round. No, he was short, slow, and just wasn't I didn't know if he loved football. Get a late round grade on him.
And before we hang up with you, did you end up, you're not taking Cam Ward, I don't think. Did you end up seeing just so we can crystal ball type stuff? Did you see anybody here that you liked while we were going through these players on your screen?
I like that player. I like Travis Hunter, and I liked So I like all these players that you saw. Now, realistically, if they're going to be there or not, I don't know. So. There's a lot of good players that we saw that you flash across the screen.
Right.
There's a few that I did not see that we might be targeting.
Oh, so there's a clue.
If Travis Hunter's available at 19, you better take it. I don't think that's going to be the case, though. Hey, but that begs a question: picking at 19, is that advantage or disadvantage in the first round? I mean, I know you've been that low before because we continue to win the NFC South. But is that advantage?
I think in this particular year, I think it's a good thing to be picking where we're at, because I think we can get the same player here that we can at several picks in front of us, the same level of player.
Right.
So I think it's a good year to be picking there.
I love it.
I mean, of course, I wish we were picking 32, but
Who does it? Who does it? Next year. Next year.
Yeah.
All right, Jason. Thanks for joining us, man. Appreciate you. It's I wouldn't have any other guest on my inaugural show, so you
appreciate it, man. It's an honor, guys.
Yeah.
It's an honor. Hey,
good luck with
good
the
luck
draft.
with your show.
Yeah. Good luck with the draft. My show is just going to be what it is. Good luck with the draft, buddy.
Well, later on, we'll talk about the. I'll give you insight on where we had all these guys ranked.
There you go. There you go.
All right, Jay. Thanks, dude.